So this really was the week that ended Meghan Markle's television career. With Love Meghan, a holiday celebration was anything but. The reviews have been brutal, even from the woke media. The numbers have been dire. And within Hollywood, there is a belief that Netflix is actually telling the world, don't worry, we don't believe in this.
Meghan Markle's new Netflix Christmas special, it's been torn apart by critics. Some have given it a 0 or even 1 star, calling it quite mad and a little bit sad. Does not surprise me one bit.
I mean, have you ever seen more awkward skipping than that?
I just can't keep faking it. It's too hard.
Yeah, I think a lot of people hate watching that program if they're watching it at all.
This show, oh my gosh. I couldn't make it through like 2 minutes, guys.
It sucks. Are you joking?
It's bad. It's terrible.
With Love Meghan was not a success.
'Tis the season to be jolly because the With Love Meghan holiday celebration is Netflix announcing to the world, we are done with the fake Duchess and her balding husband.
I'm going to be honest. I watched about 10 minutes of this special and then I needed a 3-hour break.
Meghan Markle, it is clear to me there is no star factor there whatsoever. I'm not even going to say the show was like watching paint dry because I actually find beauty in the mundane. I think watching paint dry would have been more entertaining, okay? I think this show was more like getting repeatedly hit in the head with a can of paint.
I have never witnessed something so toe-curling, so bum-clenchingly fake and horrific. So hypocritical too.
It's that bad. Like, it's not a fun hate watch. It's just so awful. You cannot believe that Netflix ever let it out.
Ad woman Meghan Markle make Christmas crackers. She made an advent calendar. She made gumbo, and the entire thing was dystopian.
Didn't even trim that tree. She was explaining something about the lights, how she was putting the lights in the back, but she wouldn't actually show us or tell us how she did it. So that she wasn't even trimming that tree. That whole thing was so freaking fake.
But the whole problem with everything that Meghan does is this sort of unbelievable earnestness into which is injected into everything, from actually really important things to things like making crackers, when we're told that crackers are an orchestrated and intentional celebration of community at Christmas. Well, I mean, it's completely bonkers.
You know, it's just very unentertaining. It's very bland. The episodes are too long. The music, I mean, honestly, whoever put together the score really has a vendetta against Meghan Markle. I'm convinced, like a drunk DJ at a wedding. And it's just unwatchable. And I have a feeling that Netflix are definitely not going to renew this after this sorry attempt to make Meghan Markle a Martha Stewart.
Meghan Markle's very last Netflix special, and this is the nail in the coffin.
Meghan Markle is not coming back to life on Netflix.
This thing should have been locked away and never to be seen again. Never.
It sucks. Are you joking?
It's bad.
It's terrible.
It's stupid.
It's not even her kitchen.
So Meghan Mastermind Media Markle didn't just drop a Christmas special. She dropped a seasonal catastrophe so spectacular that even Netflix executives reportedly sat there blinking like they'd just watched a live-action tutorial on how to tank a comeback attempt in under 5 minutes.
Like she's doing arts and crafts, and they've given her those scissors they give to children where they don't have any sharp edges. They're like, let the girl do arts and crafts under supervision. Let her play in the fake kitchen with the camera crew. Nothing about this feels real to me.
It sucks. Are you joking?
It's bad. It's terrible. It's stupid.
For months, her team whispered that this was the one. The redemption arc, the soft lighting rebirth, the glossy I am relatable reboot. They planned warmth. They planned coziness. They planned sweaters so soft they practically apologized when you looked at them. And then the special aired. Instead of comfort, confusion. Instead of charm, disbelief. Instead of a comeback, a catastrophic PR sneeze that blew the whole illusion apart.
We're writing again.
Yeah.
That's all she did the whole time. Oh, we're writing again. Like everything was writing.
Oh my God, I know. And I'm going to get to that because Good Lord, there was some terrible interactions between Ms. Markle and her hapless guests.
Within hours, not days, not weeks, audience retention collapsed like a folding chair at a family reunion. People said the special felt like watching someone pretend to live a life even she didn't believe in. Moments that were supposed to feel magical felt cold, hollow, almost eerie. Netflix thought the holiday theme was a safe bet. Turns out the safest place was far, far away from this project.
The way she's treated the royals, that's not how you treat family. Okay, I don't care if she married in, they moved to a different continent. She has done nothing but dine out on her titles and try to stretch that brief 18 months she spent over there. And shame on Meghan Markle, because the royals, they welcomed her with open arms. They threw her a big wedding. They basically said, do whatever you want. If you have this initiative you're passionate about, you want to do a cookbook with the Grenfell girls, whoever they were, do that. But she did not think that was good enough, and she absconded to California and then proceeded to accuse them all of racism with really no facts. And really there was no veracity to any of her claims she made about the royal family.
And once people realized Meghan wasn't sharing joy, but performing happiness like a paid extra in her own marriage, the entire narrative slipped straight through her fingers like the cheap props know it was. But trust me, that was just the opening disaster. If there was ever a moment that summed up the entire collapse, it was the scene Meghan imagined as her Hallmark introduction. Instead of festive magic, we got an empty Christmas tree lot. No families, no laughing kids, no holiday energy, not even Harry wandering around pretending to care. Just Meghan.
And why don't you talk about your family there? Why, Meghan? I wanted to talk about your family. Oh, because you lied. You see how she just takes. I'm telling you, Meghan is a taker. She is a vampire that just sucks everything out of everyone's life.
Spinning in circles while a camera crew chased her like they were filming a perfume commercial for a scent called Desperation by Duchess. People didn't see holiday cheer. They saw acting, and not the kind that wins awards, the kind that gets politely ignored at community theater. Online reaction was immediate. Why is the lot empty? Where are the other humans? Why does this feel like a simulation glitch? One clip reviewer even reminded everyone, not maliciously, just bluntly, she's an actress. This is her acting.
Ooh. Lots of pieces like this. I'd like to remind you all, for no particular reason, that she's an actress. This is her acting.
Instead of authenticity, the scene radiated something else. A woman performing the idea of joy instead of living it. And when the scene shifted indoors, somehow it got worse. Inside the house, viewers expected warmth, chaos, nostalgia, the usual holiday messiness real families know by heart. Instead, they got Meghan sitting with a group of friends who absolutely, definitely, unmistakably, were employees dressed like they were auditioning for a holiday sleepover commercial. Wardrobe assistant, content team member, household staff, all laughing at her lines like they'd been told their Christmas bonuses depended on it.
You Meghan, no, because Netflix is done. Netflix is done, happy, they're close. That this is a contract. This, unlike her dog, Meghan Markle is not coming back to life on Netflix, because this is it for her, this woman, guys. Unbelievably boring.
Every interaction felt staged. Every response felt scripted. Every giggle sounded like it came with a non-disclosure agreement. Meanwhile, Harry appeared in old clips, not looking festive, not looking joyful, not even looking mildly interested, just tired, detached, giving the vibe of a man fulfilling a contractual obligation while regretting every life choice that led him into this moment. Netflix execs didn't miss any of it. The warmth Meghan wanted to sell, nowhere to be found. What viewers saw instead was a gathering of professionally obligated cheerleaders sitting in matching pajamas, pretending this was a holiday tradition instead of a corporate retreat staged for streaming.
And they decide to make Reese. And by the way, notice anything else? Because I do. It's this. She's trying to copy me some more. Again, what's funny is I'm sure that cost $1 million for that painting. This is from Target.
And trust me, the facade cracked even more in the next part. If the special had one job, just one, it was to show Meghan as a family-centered mother building holiday traditions. Instead, where was the family? No kids' voices, no footsteps, no cookie decorating chaos, no holiday clutter that proves children exist in a home. Archie and Lilibet weren't just missing. The absence felt strategic, not protective. It was as if she needed the idea of family for the storyline, just not the actual family. And it didn't stop there. Where were Meghan's real relatives? Her mother, her cousins, Harry's side. No one was there. Anyone with a bloodline connection, gone, all wiped from the frame.
It's horrible. It's horrible. I don't even want to continue watching it, because we're entering to the fake, to the rented space. I already did not like her first season, didn't watch her second season because we all made a pact. And now this holiday season, She's back at it. No, the holiday season is where you should have had it in your home so it could be your home and we can believe you. There's no remedy.
Viewers weren't confused. They were alarmed. How do you film a holidays and traditions special when you're estranged from both sides of your family? The silence was louder than the dialogue. Commentators said Meghan wasn't surrounded by loved ones. She was surrounded by placeholders, hired bodies filling space because the real ones weren't there, or didn't want to be. Netflix couldn't hide it. The audience couldn't unsee it. And just when everyone thought the staged family chaos was the low point, oh no, the disaster was just getting warmed up. When viewers thought the special had hit its awkward quota, Meghan unveiled the advent calendar moment and instantly turned a harmless holiday tradition into a full-blown existential lecture. Instead of chocolates, little toys, or anything children might actually enjoy, she pulled out handwritten affirmations delivered with the dramatic weight of someone revealing ancient scrolls from a lost civilization.
Harry, who emerges, so this is his contractual obligation, Lauren Lund-Farrow, 5 minutes towards the end of the episode, and immediately the relationship between Harry and Meghan is exposed. Meghan mothers him. It's weird. She says at one point when they're talking about the food, she goes, "Oh, my mum does that for you without the fish. Oh, he's gonna need a towel for when he sweats for the hot food." Like, she's babying him. And it made me realize, Lauren, Meghan Markle treats Prince Harry like her child. The interaction was super weird, and he's also scared of her, of course, because later on he makes a joke once he's tasted the gum.
"You are brave," she proclaimed. Not festive, not fun, not remotely holiday-coded. It was the energy of a motivational coach trapped inside a Christmas movie she didn't audition for. Parents watching at home blinked twice. Kids watching asked, "Where's the candy?" And the general public said, "Is this a joke?" Online reactions were instant memes. People compared the scene to everything from corporate team-building workshops to a mindfulness seminar that forgot to serve snacks. This wasn't relatability. This was holiday TED Talk energy, wrapped in self-importance and delivered with the confidence of someone expecting applause for reinventing paper. Even Netflix executives reportedly winced. The affirmations weren't wise. They weren't whimsical. They were weird, and they confirmed what people already suspected. Meghan wasn't making traditions for real families. She was making traditions for the version of herself she thinks the world should admire, and the audience had zero interest in playing along.
She was making up a tradition that they have gumbo on Christmas Eve. Doofus walks in and he reminds her that he has a portion without the seafood. Now, if you don't know, that's a royal family thing. They don't eat seafood because it could strike them with food poisoning. It's a tradition. It's the same thing. They usually don't eat garlic, things like that. I'm actually surprised he mentioned it on camera, and as soon as he did, we got more of that.
But trust me, the dress disaster that came next made the calendar look subtle. Then came the moment that got a universal reaction. Meghan stepped into the frame wearing a sleeveless emerald dress, elegant, dramatic, and so familiar that the internet recognized it before she even turned. Emma Thin, Marchioness of Bath. Same silhouette, same cut, same vibe. The resemblance was undeniable. This wasn't inspired by. This wasn't similar. This was a side-by-side comparison waiting to happen. Worse, Meghan wore it in a cozy holiday setting where everyone else was dressed like they had just crawled out of bed for Coco. While her guests sat in soft pajamas, she looked like she was accepting an award for best performance in a movie premiering only in her mind. The mismatch was catastrophic. It didn't elevate her. It exposed her. Instead of looking glamorous, she looked desperate to appear elite, even if it meant unintentionally reminding viewers of someone younger, more respected, and naturally stylish. Netflix executives later admitted privately, this was the moment they realized the special wasn't working. They weren't filming a holiday celebration. They were filming a woman trying to hold together an image with sheer willpower. But the unraveling didn't stop with fashion.
Meghan Markle, it is clear to me there is no star factor there whatsoever. I'm not even going to say the show was like watching paint dry, because I actually find beauty in the mundane. I think watching paint dry would have been more entertaining, okay? I think this show was more like getting repeatedly hit in the head with a can of paint.
What came next lit the internet on fire. Harry's brief appearances, intentionally brief to viewers who clocked the timing, were supposed to show a loving, united couple. Instead, they exposed something far more uncomfortable. Harry looked drained. Harry looked stiff. Harry looked like a man who wandered into a filmed therapy session he didn't sign up for. His eyes said everything. No warmth, no spark. Just a man silently begging for the scene to end. The internet caught it instantly. He didn't touch Meghan. He didn't laugh naturally. He didn't lean in. He didn't show an ounce of holiday joy. He looked like a man participating under duress. Or worse, under contract. And then, the hair. People who remembered Harry mocking William's thinning hair suddenly noticed that karma took notes. Under studio lighting, there was no hiding anything. Not the thinning, not the plugs, not the struggle. But the deeper issue wasn't cosmetic. It was his body language. Harry stood like someone who didn't recognize the man he was being filmed as. Like someone who didn't believe in the story being told. Like someone who would rather hide behind the Christmas tree than do another take.
With the fake Duchess and her balding husband, I have never witnessed something so toe-curling, so bum-clenchingly fake and horrific, so hypocritical.
Even Netflix executives noticed the chemistry was gone. And the worst part? This wasn't even the biggest blow. The real scandal was happening off screen, and Meghan couldn't outrun it. While Meghan twirled and staged holiday joy, baked cookies for the camera, and built a fantasy Christmas narrative, a real crisis unfolded, one that no amount of soft lighting could cover. Her father, Thomas Markle, was rushed into intensive care, a major medical emergency. 3 hours in surgery, doctors fighting to stabilize him right before Christmas. And Meghan, she was nowhere to be found. Not at the hospital, not flying in, not calling, not appearing in any capacity, nothing.
Disconnected you are to what really matters, and we resent it, and we don't like you for it, Meghan, because you're not being authentic, but you want to perpetrate that you are. Girl, it is a lie. Get to stepping, okay?
Viewers watching the special learned this news in real time, and the contrast was devastating. On screen, Meghan frosting cookies with performative calm. Off screen, her father fighting for his life. People who were already questioning her authenticity suddenly had the missing piece. Instead of looking warm, she looked cold. Instead of looking nurturing, she looked detached. Instead of looking like a woman who cherishes family, she looked like someone who prioritized optics over blood. And the whispers got darker. People wondered whether she was simply waiting for him to pass so she could rewrite the story without being challenged. Netflix didn't plan for this narrative collision. Meghan didn't prepare for it. But once the public connected the dots, the Christmas special stopped being entertainment and became evidence. Evidence that the picture-perfect holidays she staged weren't real. Evidence that the warmth she sells doesn't match her actions. Evidence that the contradictions were no longer possible to hide, and that was only the public fallout. Behind the scenes, her brand, her marriage, her deals, all of it was about to hit the same downward spiral.
Okay, in the last 5 minutes of the entire holiday Netflix special, that's what I found so interesting, right? 50 minutes go by, no mention of Prince Harry, and it seems like Netflix called and said, this show absolutely sucks. Okay, we wasted our budget on this. You better get that Duke in here immediately and on camera. We need something that is going to get us press and attention, because watching Meghan Markle do arts and crafts like an insane woman.
While Meghan tried to quietly slip product placement into her Christmas special, the soft launch, the aesthetic angles, the subtle brand visibility, the universe had other plans. Because behind the scenes, as ever wasn't rising, it was sinking faster than a yacht without a PR team. Mass returns weren't just happening, they were piling up. Customers said the products felt cheap, smelled strange, or looked nothing like the photos. Influencers refused to feature the collection because it made their audiences angry. Retailers who once considered partnering suddenly backed away like, nope, too risky, too unpredictable, too Meghan. Industry insiders said it quietly but confidently. As ever is one of the fastest collapses we've seen from a celebrity brand this decade. And the Christmas special, instead of saving the brand, it exposed the exact same problem. All presentation, zero substance.
The reviews are brutal, guys. I mean, I kid you not. And, I mean, are we gonna see a new Meghan? No, because Netflix is done. Netflix is done, happy, they're close. That this is a contract. This, unlike her dog, Meghan Markle is not coming back to life on Netflix, because this is it for her, this woman, guys.
Gorgeous packaging masking a hollow core. Just like the special, the brand looked expensive until you opened it. Then it fell apart. Even Netflix couldn't hide the panic. After spending 50 minutes watching Meghan do arts and crafts like a woman trapped in a Pottery Barn commercial, what did they do? They called in Harry. They literally dragged him into the last 5 minutes like, get the Duke in here now. This show is tanking and we need something, anything, recognizable before the credits roll. But even that Hail Mary didn't work. Harry came in looking like a man who wandered into the wrong set, and instead of boosting interest, he highlighted the real issue. The problem wasn't the special. The problem wasn't the brand. The problem was the entire Meghan Markle package no longer sold, and Hollywood knew it. Inside Netflix, the reaction wasn't just disappointment, it was a corporate awakening.
There was no authenticity whatsoever. Netflix knows it. They know that Meghan Markle has produced the biggest turkey in their history. All that money, all those opportunities, and it resulted in this. So Lauren is completely right. It is the end of the road.
They had invested heavily in Meghan, gave her freedom, gave her budget, gave her the kind of platform most people can only dream about. They wanted prestige, views, cultural buzz. But what they got instead was the biggest flop in Netflix history. The Christmas special exposed what everyone had been afraid to say out loud. Meghan Markle cannot carry a show. The authenticity wasn't there. The charm wasn't there. The connection wasn't there. One executive even said privately, if this is her best attempt at being relatable, we're in trouble. Then came the quiet leak. Netflix was reconsidering future projects. Not canceling loudly, no studio wants a public war, just gently, slowly, cautiously stepping back. The Hollywood equivalent of pretending to check your phone when someone you regret dating walks into the room. And when Meghan heard, panic. This was her comeback, her chance to rewrite the narrative, her moment to show the world she was more than headlines and controversies. Instead, the special became the evidence file of everything unraveling, her brand collapsing, her marriage looking strained, her family narrative falling apart, her authenticity questioned, her influence fading. By the time the dust settled, the Christmas special wasn't just another flop, it became the metaphor for Meghan Markle's entire public trajectory, a beautifully packaged story with nothing real inside, a curated fantasy that crumbled under the simplest glance. A woman desperate to control the narrative is finally unable to, because for the first time, Meghan isn't holding the pen. The public is, and they do not like what they see. So tell me what you think. Did Meghan's Christmas special reveal the truth she's been avoiding? Or was this simply the moment her perfectly staged image finally cracked? Drop your take below. I'm watching the comments blow up. And if you caught the clues before the cameras did, hit like, tap subscribe, and ring that bell, because this saga is far from over. And if you love the royal chaos like I do, don't forget to check out some of my other videos on the top of the screen. Until next time, stay tuned, stay safe, and stay informed. Only on Tea Time with Tina.